W's and L's, the weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't. It's on you, player.
Shout out to Bill Burr. Man, Bill Burr gives me hope for some small percentage of white people. Maybe not all of them. But
It's his black wife.
there's a small percentage of white people that I may still have faith in, and Bill Burr is one of them. All right, here we go. This is Bill Burr. I'm going to try to read it in his voice. Yeah, CNN, Fox News, they're all fucking disease, the conservatives bashing them for going woke and, fascist, horrible people. They're cowards, they're fucking cowards. They never say it to your face. They never say that type of shit to your face. Ben Shapiro doesn't even know what the word means. Yeah, none of them really know what it means. His definition of woke is white liberals' definition of woke. They didn't even know what it was. They just took the word from black people. Burr told Vulture. Oh, this is a Vulture interview. Why is it cited as Variety? Variety News 2025. They have a problem with citation here. Yeah. They're literally saying in the quote that he told this to Vulture. That's the worst thing about our people. Not only will we take from other cultures, but we don't even take the time to understand the definition.
At the end there, you kind of pulled it back together.
Okay, yeah.
I think the main thing that you're missing in your Bill Burr.
I don't know where Bill Burr is from. Where is he from? Is he a New Yorker?
If he ain't from New York, it's Boston. It's
Boston?
One of those.
Yeah. There's a difference though. There's a start. That Boston is a high. It's a higher pitched. It's like
It's annoying.
It's weird.
Yes.
New York is slower. You draw it out.
Canton, Massachusetts.
So let's just chalk it up and say Boston.
Let's just say
Boston.
The thing that your impression was missing is you need to be a little bit more angry at the world.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry.
Right.
Don't have that level of jaded.
A little more angry at the world.
Shout out to Bill Burr for acknowledging the origins of the word woke.
Facts. But again,
hey, what do you know about woke? You don't know anything about woke.
Right.
Gave a dub out to Metro for giving us back that 2008, 2009 feel with this surprise album.
If you was around in 09, 2010.
So they say that is. Let me see that is. Clap. On that now. On that is now.
Man.
They brought Waka Flocka back.
Waka. All right.
Maga Flocka.
Yo.
My boy Maga Flocka.
Maga Flocka is crazy.
My boy Maga Flocka.
If you were around during that time, like this sound is perfect. It sounds like he brought those people back and was like, make some of that old music.
Yeah, if you was outside in between the years of 08 and like 2015, you know the vibes. Yeah, you know the vibes. Sure. Waka Flocka got people moving.
Facts.
I don't even think that type of artist exists anymore. Well, I'll take that back. It's the female rappers. On the male side, that energy just doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, that's very
well, I think Duke Dennis be trying, but his sound is very niche.
Duke Dennis or Duke Deuce?
Duke Deuce. Sorry, not Duke Dennis. Duke Deuce.
I'm gonna say Duke Dennis got too many kids.
Yeah, too many kids. But Duke Deuce be trying, but his sound is very regional, very niche. I don't feel like he's not nationwide the way he should be.
I mean, his sound is very Memphis.
Yeah. Which doesn't have to make him not national, but as it is right now, it's very much so regional.
Yeah. Now, if Metro is going to give us a futuristic Summer 2 next year, he trusts me with the information. He trusts me with the Savage Mode 3 that still hasn't come out.
Oh, yeah, Metro.
But
Metro!
If we're getting a futuristic Summer 2, let me just make some suggestions if I could. More Gucci, more Travis Porter, find OJ the Juice Man, and give me astronaut status Future, and maybe a Young Ralph verse. Oh, and you know who would have been great on this album? Scooter. R.I.P. Scooter.
R.I.P. Yo Scooter.
R.I.P. Scooter.
It was getting a little bit too Travis Porter-y. Very much. Girl, the way you moving, got me in a train. DJ
Roscoe
turn
was
me
all
up.
over this.
It was very Roscoe Dashy.
Roscoe Dash is all over this.
Very, very dashy.
Not Travis Porter. I think they only had one song, which is the one with Gucci on it. But
you know who he should have had on here? OJ.
I said that.
The Juice.
OJ the Juice Man. Go find OJ the
Juice
Juice Man.
God damn it, I'm the shit. I seen Fabo performing in somebody's club the other day. Should went and grabbed him.
Yeah, I would have taken that. Oh, maybe some actual trap artists too, like Jeezy. Well, is Jeezy gonna go back to that sound a little bit more? I don't know.
Is Jeezy allowed to be on the same album as Gucci Mane? You better clear that with Goo out first.
They're not gonna be in the studio.
Nah. Figure that out with Goo out first.
Now they're not gonna be on the same song
You might
either.
not even want to be on the same project as that nigga. Figure that out with Goo out first.
Well, if Metro's gonna do it, then he's gonna err on the side of Gucci. That's his guy.
Right, well, that's when you figure it out.
I'll take Gucci. It's fine. He went and got J Money, Schoolie, and Young. Yeah, he got Young LA on there. I liked. I think Young Dro was on like 5 songs. There's a couple of Young Dro songs that I liked on there. Hey man, all in all, like, I'll be honest, every song didn't hit.
We be in Ferraris, the
but
cars with the
songs that
horses.
hit, and I want them on the playlist now. Maybe it shouldn't have been 2 discs. Because it was a
that was a bit much. It was a bit much.
But it was hot. We want more of this.
Let's get on to the L's. I'm giving both of the Kevins an L. First Kevin I'm giving the L is Kevin Nash.
For the people that want to go after Hogan for doing this and doing that and doing this, just like, you know what, how about fuck you, man? How about he's dead? How about his kids, man? Can you just like lay off the man? Nothing's going to change now. It's sensationalism. It's, you know, I never liked him anyway. Who gives a fuck? You know what? I know he doesn't. I know he didn't. So think about his kids. Think about his friends and family, and just, and if you don't have nothing good to say, shut the fuck up.
So let me be the first to respond to Kevin Nash's rant last week about people who couldn't find a nice thing to say about Hulk Hogan, and, you know, were still critical of him in his afterlife. And I believe the term was "fuck you."
Yep.
So fuck you right on back, Kevin Nash.
Facts.
All the way to the same place that Hulk Hogan is surely to be headed. You can sit right next to him. I'm sure he'll wait on you. I don't think he's in a rush. Certain individuals who either didn't take the time to find out why people were so angry at this individual, or knew full on well and just didn't give a fuck until they got read the riot act. However it happened, I don't really give a shit. I don't defend racists. Neither should you. Fuck you and him. And anybody else that's standing with y'all. That includes the Usos and Fatus, who I saw standing on stage during that fuck-ass memorial. That includes any other Caucasian wrestlers who are remaining blissfully unaware to the things that people hate about Hulk Hogan, so that they don't have to answer to supporting him.
Facts.
Don't really give a shit. Don't care. I'm not even invested that much into wrestling to allow you to make me support a racist or to celebrate a racist because he's passed. No. Nah. I'll leave that to you guys. I'll leave that to you. Leave that to you for sure. So that was Kevin Nash's L. And then Kevin Gates getting the L.
Oh.
I thought it was a harmonious life. I thought we was all good. I thought you had the sister wife situation set up.
Yeah,
I thought it was cool for you to be doing what you was. I thought, you know, you and Brittany Griner. Oh, no,
Brittany Griner?
Well, not Brittany Griner. Brittany Renner.
Kevin Gates and Brittany Griner is crazy.
Brittany Renner.
Yeah.
Well, now she gone, and she done took her burqa off, and she's free.
Right.
Right? Because he divorced her. Mm-hmm. And then no further, because, you know, I think you got to wait like 60 days for your divorce to be legal in Islam. Mm. So now no sooner than that shit cleared up, Drinker got her ass up out of here, filing for spousal support.
Yeah.
Just goofy ass nigga. If you wanted her to leave, you could have just asked her to leave. If you wanted to leave, you could have just bounced. And if you didn't want neither one of those two things to happen, you a goofy ass nigga for life. Goofy, goofball.
What if they were separated?
While that was happening?
That was the only thing I could think of.
Okay, well then you probably should have got your affairs in order before you started taking a new wife.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You probably should have got your affairs in order.
That was like literally the only bail I could have gave to him.
Because now you're at risk for doing dumb shit.
Yep.
I hate when I hear niggas talking like old wise men, but acting like 16-year-olds. If you don't have the sexual discipline to divorce one wife and then marry another one, you for sure not about to politic to me about how I should be living my life. About what's manly, what's masculine.
Yep.
I can't look at anybody who doesn't have their house in order, be it their kids, their spouse, their loved ones, anything like that, and then to be preaching to other people about how they got this, that, and the third because they got a little bit of money in their pocket.
Priorities is fucked up.
The only thing you are showing me is that you are fortunate enough to have money, but you are not responsible, probably, most likely, for the culmination of that money. There's probably somebody around you or a team that keeps that money flowing because they get paid off of it. Mm-hmm. But if you were left to your own devices, you'd be on the side of the road somewhere.
Yep.
Most of these niggas are grown-ass children, and he probably wanted to pick... You know what? Now you may be on to something. He might have wanted to pick up his new one because he felt like his old one was on his way out, or is on her way out. Now, the interesting thing with Kevin Gates and Drika is that she's his manager. So now I want to see where his career goes after this.
I can't remember the last time I was talking about Kevin Gates because of his music. So
been a while.
We'll see.
Oh, Unc. I didn't want to see it go this way. I didn't want to see it go this far. I know we've been making a lot of jokes. We made a lot of jokey jokes about Uncle Shay Shay's situation, but I didn't want to see it go this far. I did not want to see the man lose his livelihood. I definitely didn't foresee him settling. When all this started, it seemed like we was going to trial. When he released the text messages that he released, I thought we were definitely going to trial. Okay, well, there's no jeopardy of losing anything else. That probably just tells me that there's more that he doesn't want to come out. And she was in a pretty strong position. So he's no longer an employee at ESPN. Happened 2 days before his brother's Hall of Fame induction.
Crazy.
So, you know, a little unfortunate there.
Not his only livelihood, though. But at the same time, him and Ocho Cinco are being sued for what they said on Nightcap. So
about the girl at the Usher concert?
Yep.
And that is just a case of you trying to big dog somebody your way into losing some money. Like, she reached out to him. She wanted him to correct the story. They took it down off of one place, didn't take it down off the biggest platform where it was, which was Apple, and then stopped responding to her. Okay, yeah, it's time to sue you. It's time to sue you. And now you're going to probably have to settle that case too. Mm-hmm. Stop obfuscating financial duties.
Yep.
You want to be nasty. You want to live life like rules don't apply to you. Well, the only way the rules don't apply is if you pay for it to be that way. Pay the money. Now, what you're not going to do is skirt the rules, act like they don't apply to you, and then be cheap. Because that's going to put you squarely in the spot of where Shannon Sharpe is. You cannot bend the will of the world to your whim. You can get away with a lot of shit. You can avoid a lot of hardships and troubles that normal folks like us have to deal with every day. You can avoid a lot of that shit. Mm-hmm. But you got to pay for it. And when it gets time for that bill to come due, pay up or ruin your reputation and career. It's either or. But if you're going to do nasty work and then pay your way out of it, then at least have the wherewithal to pay on time. At least have the wherewithal to pay on time. They could have avoided this altogether if they would have just responded to the lady.
And his lawyer should have told him that.
Wouldn't have to deal with this at all if you would just responded to the lady and had it taken down off of Apple. Or said, no, we're not taking it down off the Apple. It's still making money, but we can come to some resolution. What do you think is a fair number?
Yep.
But you told her to fuck off, so now she about to break her foot off in your ass at the worst possible time. Mm-hmm. When you no longer have those millions coming out. I'm sure they went through a buyout, but it's no more than a third. Right. It's no more a third to that $100 million contract. Mm-hmm. So now, let's say at absolute most, you still got $33 million. What is she suing them for, 20?
I think 20. Pam said Shannon is not so sharp.
Not so sharp at all. And I don't know if it's an intelligence thing or if it's arrogance. Right? Like somebody who's actually viewing the facts from what they are could get to a certain point without maximum level intelligence. But if you just believe that the consequences are never going to catch you, then this is how you behave as well. It's absolutely how you behave. Okay, here's my rant. Since I was a kid, a summer pilgrimage for really most Central Ohio kids is now become a more of an Ohio thing, an outer Ohio thing.
Sure.
The numbers that we saw this past week and the week before will prove that out. But the Ohio State Fair has been a big thing for Columbus natives really since I've been a kid. It's kind of like a marking point in the summer that everybody has before and after the fair.
I haven't gone in a few years, but yeah.
Before the fair is when all of the summer fun stuff happens. That's your vacations, your family reunions. The 4th of July is before the fair. Mm-hmm. Most of the festivals that you'll have in the summer happen before the fair. The Rib Fest, the Con Fest, all of that stuff happens before the fair. It's kind of like the meat of your summer. And then after the fair is the countdown to school starting again, right? But it's kind of like a cultural meeting spot for a bunch of different age groups in Columbus.
And different cultures.
They have gone the way of how most amusement parks have gone. How most really, let's just be honest, how most entertainment experiences are in our current market today. We had a video that did really fairly well last week about Vegas tourism and the Disney parks and stuff like that, and how all of that stuff has gone down in terms of attendance, and how part of that is all of the nickel and diming, the price gouging.
Yeah.
Josh, how many times, and you know how close I live to the fair, how many times have you ever paid for parking at the fair?
Once. Well, how many times have I personally?
Or do you remember having to pay for parking at the fair?
Oh, well, yeah, quite a few more times than that.
So I know I didn't pay for parking for several years. Like, as an adult, taking the kids, when we started going out, it's always been free parking. Mm-hmm. There are places around the convention center, private areas, right, that they'll turn into a makeshift parking lot for you to come into.
There's tons
of places like that.
Yeah.
The main parking on site at the expo center in front of the Maffrey Center has always been free.
Yeah.
Has always been free. $10 just to get through the gate. And not only is it $10 to park in that entire section outside the soccer stadium, do you know that they only have one way to get you into that spot and one way out? Coming up Clara Street, that street right there in front of that McDonald's, right? But right before you get to 17th?
Yep.
If you come out on that street, Josh, they will not let you turn left to go into the parking lot to get in line to park. They sent me back on the freeway to get off on Hudson and turn around and come down Silver.
What?
They were closing off the surrounding exits, leaving out. There's an underpass going down Silver that you can go on to the crossover so that you don't have to get back on the freeway to go back home. Because this is my neighborhood, because I live here, and I don't want to have to get on the fucking freeway to go 5 minutes. They wouldn't let you drive down the street, bro.
That's crazy.
They did the same thing at the Rib Fest. They did the same thing at the Boom. Same thing for the Boom. They're funneling traffic, closing off exits so that you only have one way in, one way out, regardless if you live in that area or not. They're price gouging you for parking everywhere. Nights and weekends are gone.
Oh, for sure.
Nights and weekends are gone. There are no more nights and weekends.
I mean, that's been, yeah.
I told you I got a ticket down when we went to the Rib Fest, right?
No, you didn't.
I parked outside of a parking garage on the street at a meter.
At a meter, yeah. Okay.
It was Friday at 8 o'clock. The definition of nights and weekends. Right. I got a $30 ticket.
That's crazy.
You can't park anywhere in the city for free.
Actually, that's not crazy because they've been doing that. I know that as somebody who used to work down.
Well, yeah, but I don't be outside like that. I thought nights and weekends was a citywide thing.
No, you should feel that way because it's always been a thing. My point is, I only knew because I worked down there.
So there's nowhere to park for free anymore. Don't even get me started on the food. Josh, you couldn't buy food in there with cash. Half of the eating spots in the fair, you had to buy credits.
No, fuck no.
So there's no a la carte pricing for anything. It's bundled only, one price in, one price out, and you better have it loaded up on this fuck ass wrist thing to have it scanned off of, or you're not eating.
They're price gouging the fuck.
They're price gouging the fuck. You know how they do the heights? Mm-hmm. The heights. Oh, your kid can ride if they're 36 inches. Mm-hmm. So the green is the part where they're too short. Then the red and the orange is where they can ride. This year, they in the kids section only, they added a middle section, which was yellow, that said must ride with companion. Do you think that the companions could ride without having a wristband?
Of course not. Of course not.
So I have a 2-year-old daughter that I can't get on the ride with her. She's not allowed to ride by herself. She can, but they don't want her to because it's safer to be with a companion. And you can't get on if you don't have a wristband. So I guess me and my daughter got to walk away while she cries and throws a fit. Yeah. Because I'm not willing to spend another. You don't even want me to tell you what the wristbands cost, bro. You don't even want to tell me what the wristbands cost. Keep in mind, a trip to up to Sandusky to Cedar Point, $60-$70 a pop, right? A wristband to get into a fucking state fair was $40 for a child. For a child.
Hey, those are going to go up, too, eventually. Probably in the next year or two.
If this is what it's going to be, y'all can have it. You can keep it. We will find another pastime. We will make new memories. It will no longer be a nostalgia-driven, this is what Columbus kids do. Because quiet as it's kept, you're slowly pricing the vast majority of city kids out of going to the fair at all. So now the only people that are going to be able to afford it is the Dublin areas, the Gahanna areas, the Westerville areas, and all of the children of the people who are already making money off the fair.
I was going to say they might want that with all the fighting and bullshit that they be doing, but they had T-Pain perform at the fair, so like, you know who you're catering to.
Hey, fam, if that's what it is, if this has become the state fair Coachella, you can have it. You can keep all of that shit. I might as well take the drive up to Sandusky if that's how expensive it's going to be. Yeah. I might as well go ride roller coasters where every one doesn't cost something. And it's much safer by and large.
Right. Oh, way safer. Way safer.
If I'm going to pay $40 a head to ride some rides, you might as well get the better value and experience. Yeah. Because that shit was trash. It was my worst fair experience I've ever had. Yep, that's my list for today.
The podcast queen herself, who is no longer doing a podcast, which is why I'm giving her a dub, Bobbi Althoff. We talked so much about Bobbi Althoff when she came on the scene with her bullshit interviews, because who is this white bitch and how did she get all these interviews with these famous people? Not only did she get the Lil Yachty and the Drake and the Offset interviews, but somehow she's also over here interviewing Mark Cuban and other people. Like, how Sway? But amongst divorcing her husband and finding a new black boyfriend and hanging out with, I think, Sexy Red and who's the girl?
She was with Moneybag's girlfriend.
Was it Ari?
Yeah, yep. Ari.
It was also the girl who was basically Sexy Red before Sexy Red. I can't remember her name.
Oh yeah, she had the sex tape out where she puked on it.
I think that's who. I think we're
fuck.
Sukihana. Yeah, she was hanging around with her for a little while. She was also hanging out with YG for a little while. So amongst all of that and not seeing her kids, I would assume, she decided to put out a video and say, nah, this podcast shit ain't for me no more. And so to that, I say thank you.
Did she really? And flat out was just like, yeah, I'm done.
she gave some sort of like explanation to it.
I've never witnessed anybody tap out from podcasting.
Brother.
Like, if you don't rebrand and get the hell out of here with that.
And she admitted that she did this shit for the money, by the way. Which
it was very obvious.
Here we go. I'm telling you, she told the truth in a lot of this. It's only a minute long.
Oh, she in and out of there.
At the end of the day, she was good, and I'm going to miss her, and I'm gonna miss. I will miss doing this podcast, and I will miss the money this podcast brought me.
Of course.
Obviously.
As you guys know, this podcast started off just with a girl with a dream to make more money, and I knew when I started that it was going to go places. I didn't know I would fall off as quickly as I did, to be honest. I did think this was going to last a bit longer. But nevertheless, it lasted a minute, and I'm proud of the accomplishments I have, and I'm pretty sad that it has to end like this, but it's okay. Things in life happened. Everything in life happens for a reason, or mostly everything. Kind of not everything. Some things happen in life for a reason. But let's go down memory lane. I want to talk about the guests I had. And
So, yeah, no, I hate her voice. She's like, it's so sad. It's so sad. Shut up. Please
I
stop.
started this as a girl who wanted to make more money.
Yeah, obviously. We know this. We know this. But my problem is, here I am, started a podcast with my best friend to talk hip-hop. Would love to interview just one of the names that she interviewed because I've been a fan of hip-hop my entire life. And here comes this white girl who could give a fuck less about any of this. With all of the interviews, I hated it. I hated every second.
I was a bit surprised with how quick I fell off. I expected it to be around a little longer.
Nope. Glad it's over. Happy trails.
I could tell by the divorce.
Happy trails. Get the fuck out. Don't let the door hit you on your way out.
If divorcing your husband over a podcast that he helped you create with all the connections that he had, then letting divorce go through and watching the slow slide of your content after he's no longer able to help you procure these, A-lister interviews. Whew.
My last L is going to none other than Raven Simone.
Uh-oh.
I never really quite knew how I felt about her and her white wife. I knew that, her white wife was in the podcast a little too much, a little too vocal, especially considering we don't even know her, right? And we know Raven. We came here for Raven. But white girl decides to do the Nicki Minaj pose challenge in the video, right? She's got her little leg up and whatever. And Raven Simone is in the background humping the floor or doing some kind of weird, I don't know what the fuck that was. Raven, get the fuck off the ground. Get off the ground. What are you doing? Looked insane. Looked every part of Orlando Brown in the background of this video while she's doing the Nicki Minaj pose challenge. And it just felt weird. It felt like white girls trying to have a moment, but we're going to make this viral by having Raven Simone in the background doing some crazy shit. And it had remnants of RG3 doing fucked up TikToks with his white wife. It's just how I felt. I don't know if any of that's true. It's just how I felt. And for that, Raven gets an L. That's my list.
I wonder if I called RG3's wife Milk of Magnesia to his face, would he get offended?
My Milk of Magnesia?
Like, you do it all the time. Right. Oh, she can only be milk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I get it.
I probably should give an L to Shacarri, though.
I heard about her situation. Is that her dude? Christian Coleman?
I guess.
That's unfortunate. It sounds like a situation that I'm familiar with. I don't want to infer too much about what happened, but it seems like there was a physical altercation that was being led by Shacarri only as he was trying to get away. She hit him several times, threw some stuff at him. He decided not to press charges. Sounds like he might have been caught doing some stuff that he wasn't supposed to at a very inopportune time and got an adverse reaction. Allegedly. I have no clue. I don't speak to nobody. I don't know shit. But
on July 27th, Shacarri was arrested at SeaTac after a dispute with boyfriend Christian Coleman. allegedly turned physical. Surveillance shows her shoving him into a column, repeatedly bumping into him as he walked away, then throwing headphones at him. She was booked for fourth-degree domestic assault, held around 19 hours, then released on July 28th. Coleman declined the charges, and I believe they have a reason specifically from him on why he declined the charges. But it's essentially like, that's my girl, I'm not going to press charges.
Man, he gave some kind of shit that said something about not being a victim. Hey my nigga,
Yeah.
You're a victim.
Yeah.
If you choose not to use that to prosecute her, that's your right. But don't be taking everybody else out trying to make it seem like it's something that is not. Nigga, you got hit. She broke the law en route to hitting you. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to flee and somebody continues to assault you, it's not right. Now, if you want to derelict those rights, you don't want those rights, you want her to go free, that's your right. But don't tell the next man that he's being a victim if he chooses to press charges on any individual that does that, a domestic partner or not.
Especially a domestic partner he can't run away from. Is that bad? That seems.
Hey, definitely can't run from it. That's our dubs and L's. Give us your dubs and L's in the prompt below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Come back. We do these every weekend, every Sunday at 4:30. Kick off. Make sure you tell your friends, tell your family, share these out. Help us grow. We'll see you next Sunday.
Facts. And make sure you check out our W's and L's playlist, where we've obviously talked about some of our favorite stories from last week. Make sure you check that out, see what we talked about, and then make sure you are here next Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning for another W's and L's. Peace.